All right, everybody, it's Mrs. Amick again. We are on our final step for reading closed syllable words and words with more than one syllable, okay? All right, so let's get started. Here's our first word. These ones I want you just to watch and pay attention, and then we'll have some where you get your whiteboard and marker out and do it alongside with me, okay? So the first thing we always want to do is identify our vowels. In this word, I see A and U. Okay. Now remember, all these steps that we're doing, these are to help us get really automatic as we go on. So if we already know this word, we just read the word. We don't have to go through all the steps. Okay. But if we don't know the word, then we can go through these steps to help us, and we'll get quicker and quicker at this. All right. Now I want to divide my syllables. So I look at my vowels, I look in between, I see M and P. M and P are two consonants, so I am going to try dividing them right down the middle and see if that makes sense. I look at the first. Vowel is A, closed syllable. A says a, cam. U, closed, pus, campus, like a college campus. All right, that sounds like a real word to me. All right, let's move to the next one. Remember, keep watching. First, I find my vowels, O and I. I look in between the vowels to see where to divide them, and I see two B's. I'm going to split them right down the middle. O, closed syllable, aw, bob. I, closed syllable, bin, bobbin. Like a sewing, like a bobbin that you sew with. All right. And last one before you practice. My vowels, A and A. Now I look in between my vowels to see where to divide them. I see N, S, P. Think to yourself, are there any letters we want to keep together because they're either a digraph or a blend maybe? In this one, I would want to keep, oh wait, NSPL. I forgot the L. Now friends, SPL, spool, is a 3-letter blend. We want to keep that together. So I am going to divide it right there. Ooh, you know what? I take that back. I'm learning something every day. I'm looking at this and I actually think I am just going to keep the PL together, and I'm going to divide in between the S and the P, because in this word, and I already know the word, so that's why I chose to change my mind. I see A, closed, a, trans, A, closed, a, plant, transplant. Transplant, like a heart transplant when they do a surgery. So dividing syllables, there are basic rules, but sometimes we kind of trial and error to see what works. All right, get your whiteboard and marker out. All right, remember, if you already know the word, you just say the word. But if you don't, then we'll go through these steps. Okay, so pause the video, try to do it on your own right now. All right. You and I look in between my vowels. I see MPK. MP is a blend. So I'm going to keep it together. So then I'm going to decide to go in between the P and the K, in between those two consonants. This is U, closed, pump. I, closed syllable, kin, pumpkin. Now, some of you probably already knew that word right off the bat, and that's awesome. All right, pause the video. All right, hopefully you got to pause. I see O and E. I am looking in between my vowels. I see two consonants, so I am going to try dividing it right down the middle and see if that word makes sense. O, closed, ah, sol. E, closed, vent, solvent. Now, maybe you haven't heard of solvent. That's kind of a scientific term. But that is that word. All righty, I hope you learned something new.